everybody. Another live stream. Happy Wednesday. I'm sorry there wasn't a stream yesterday, but I got my second vaccination shot. I got a Pfizer shot. So in 2 weeks from yesterday, I'll be fully vaccinated. So I took it easy yesterday. I slept in a little bit this morning, but otherwise, it's all good. So I hope everybody's staying safe. Thank you for your patience. There was a last minute change to today's stream. I was going to do a different story, which I will touch upon in the last story of the day, but the Netflix, Sony, Disney kerfuffle, I think was just too good not to cover. So we're going to go through that. A couple of announcements up first, though. I'm not going to be able to do a Mortal Kombat watch-along on Friday. I really, I feel so bad. I want to do another watch-along with you guys. But when I'm doing watch-alongs for Disney Plus shows in the morning, it's just not realistic, especially because it's the finale of Falcon and Winter Soldier. If it wasn't the finale of Falcon and Winter Soldier, I would be able to probably do a watch-along. But the problem is, Rashad, I feel so guilty, Rashad. I feel so bad, but I'm going to be working all day on Friday covering the fallout from that show. And then I'm going to be, reviewing Mortal Kombat tomorrow and getting my spoiler review done. I'm watching Mortal Kombat tonight, and the embargo lifts tomorrow evening. And also Shadow and Bone. It's just so much. It's like a really crazy weekend. Otherwise, I would have done a ticket montage for Mortal Kombat, as Rodney just asked. Oh, Rashad, I'm so... And then it's the Oscars on Sunday, or else I would do a watch-along on Sunday for the movie. So I'm going to, I'm really, really sorry about that, but it's just crazy. I didn't watch the opening minutes of Mortal Kombat because I want to watch it in the context of the film. So there's just like so much going on this weekend. It's just the worst weekend for that. So but I will do watch-alongs. Even though Loki will be playing, I'll do it for Black Widow. We'll do a watch-along because it won't be the finale of Loki. I'll do a watch-along for Cruella, and I'll try. And Suicide Squad. This is just a really bad weekend for that. And so I'm sorry, Rashad. I do a particular apology to you. So anyway, Shadow and Bone, I filmed the review. I'm going to edit it after this. I thought I'd get further along with the edit, but then the Sony deal news broke, and so I had to write my notes for that and restructure this watch along. So it's crazy. I'm trying to stay on top of everything. Thank you for your patience. And I will be reacting to the Conjuring 3. Oh, Conjuring 3 watch along. Yes, we'll definitely do a Conjuring 3 watch along. That's a great one. Thank you guys for bringing that to my attention. The trailer is tomorrow, which I'll react to. But that movie comes out June 4th, before Loki, the weekend before Loki. So we'll be able to do a watch-along for that, for sure. And it'll be so much fun. We'll have such a good time. All right, so I like the dabbing there, Megan. That's pretty funny. All right, so let's get to today's stories. We have a nice big crowd today. Thank you, everybody, for joining. If you're a member, you'll get a shout-out during the stream. And then, so the way these things work is that I will do the first 3 stories of the day. Then you can ask me anything you'd like for the final 10 minutes of the stream. And then I'll do a couple of shout outs and say hi to everybody. All right. So story number 1. Hold on. Let me get my notes ready. All right. Hey, News Writer 22. That's a great name. Story number 1. Boop. Oh, I covered up Netflix a little bit, but that's what Disney Plus just did. So Sony has been busy making lots of money. So Sony just signed a big deal with Netflix. We're learning a lot of interesting terms like pay window 1. So Sony just sold pay window 1 to Netflix. And they were like, but wait a minute, what about our other pay windows after 1? Do you want it, Disney? And Disney was like, yes, I do. Yes, I do want it. And so they just sold it to Disney Plus. And they made a ridiculous amount of money. So Sony is the biggest winner here. Now, to me, what this says the most is that Disney is getting ready for the Spider-Verse. Yet another, the live-action Spider-Verse. Yet another bit of proof that that's coming. The worst kept secret in Hollywood. Although I was the first to tell you that they were doing it, but the Spider-Verse is coming. And I believe they want to have the old Spider-Man movies on Disney Plus when the ad campaign starts for the movie, and they officially announced that it's coming. So you can go and you can watch all the old Spider-Man movies with all the Marvel ones, and it'll be there and it'll be really nice branding. So I think that's what they're doing, because this deal, as I said, is for pay window 2. So this is the path of a Sony movie now. So, and also, by the way, they also got the rights to movies like Hotel Transylvania and Jumanji, you know, old films. I'm sure Netflix is like, what the hell? But I guess those will be on Disney Plus, which to me seems weird for branding purposes. Like, I can understand having Spider-Man in there, but I feel having, you know, Hotel Transylvania and Jumanji, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't love that. All right, so this is now the new course of a Sony movie, right? Now, let's pick a family one. So let's talk about when the next Jumanji comes out, right? So and they're going to make another one, I would assume. So when the next Jumanji comes out, first it will play in theaters. Then, Hulu. Someone said Hulu. That's right. A lot of the other films will be on Hulu. You know, maybe that's where Hotel Transylvania will go. That's a good point. This is for a number of Disney streaming services, so maybe only Spider-Man will go to Disney Plus and everything else will go to Hulu, which would therefore, I think, make a lot of sense. But I'd still be upset if I were Netflix. All right, so this is how it works. So a new movie comes out. Let's do Hotel Transylvania 4. That's coming out this summer, so that's a very good thing in this deal. All right, so Hotel Transylvania 4 will hit theaters this summer. It'll play for a normal window. Then it will go to PVOD, and first on premium video on demand, we'll see what they do. You'll either be able to rent. Let's do a normal thing, non-COVID. So after Hotel Transylvania 4 plays in theaters for 75 days, you'll be able to purchase it on PVOD for $20, $25. Then you'll be able to rent it for around $6. So after all that happens, so about, I don't know, they say it's usually about 8 months after the movie's been in theaters, you'll be able to watch it on Netflix. So then you'll watch it on Netflix for a couple of months, and you'll be like, okay, here's Hotel Transylvania 4 over here on Netflix. Hey, Dustin was here. And then after it plays on Netflix, then it'll trickle down to either Disney Plus or Hulu. That's where it's going to go. So as you can see, it's not the most valuable deal to Disney Plus for new content. It's not going to, I think some people see these deals and they're like, oh my goodness, this means that when Spider-Man comes out, it'll come out simultaneously on Disney Plus. Or it'll come out simultaneously on Netflix. That's not what the case is. You know, you can only subscribe to so many streaming services. And Netflix has already lost, they've lost some of their momentum, as it was reported yesterday with their quarterly report. They didn't hit their subscriber goal. So they want to make sure these streaming services want to make sure you stay subscribed to their services. And so they want to make sure there's content on there that you want to watch. Barbie, I couldn't agree more. This is very messy. This is a mess. This is really a mess. But Sony doesn't have a streaming service. Crackle's not a thing, although some of you were telling me that they might be launching something on PlayStation, which would make a lot of sense if they were to maybe launch a thing with their movies on PlayStation. But I really honestly believe that this whole point of this deal, hey, Diane D2 Aviation and Arts, that's great. And your picture matches. I honestly believe that what's going on, we'll get the HBO Max updated numbers tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. is when they have their presentation. So anyway, I really honestly believe that when they start saying the Spider-Verse is coming and Spider-Man No Way Home, you can catch up on these old Spider-Man classic films that are going to be featured in the new movie on Disney Plus. I honestly believe that's what it is. I believe they want to say, hey, Alfred Molina, Jamie Foxx, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. And some of you will go, I have never seen those movies, or it's been a long time since I've seen them. And you can head on over to Disney Plus and they'll be on the Marvel tab. I honestly believe that's what it is. And I do think that's very valuable to them. Hey, Nicole Bates. So I honestly think that's what it is. So we'll see what happens. I do think that it would make sense if Hotel Transylvania and Jumanji showed up on Hulu instead, or Star in foreign countries. But I think that putting those on Disney Plus would kind of ruin the Disney Plus brand a little bit. But we'll see. As for other films, it's just so convoluted that it's just crazy. But that's the deal. That's what the deal is. So I honestly believe they're just getting ready for Spider-Man No Way Home. And of course, let's see here. Oh, Diane, that's such a nice comment. Thank you. I think that, it's just Avengers Campus is getting ready to open in Disneyland. It's going to open in June. I'm very excited about that. The first big ride will be a Spider-Man ride. So they also would like to have the movies for that reason. But yeah, it's like ridiculously complicated. It's too complicated, quite frankly. And I think that's why down the line you might see some of these streaming services start to condense and be, it's just all over the place. I think it's a little bit of a mess. Hey, Matthew, I'm glad you made it. So is this going to change anyone's allegiances? I don't think so. I really honestly again feel it's a marketing play for Spider-Man. Like, I think people see this headline and they go, oh, I don't have to watch it on Netflix. I can watch the Spider-Man movies on Disney Plus. And it's like, no, not right away. Like, this is the path. I know a lot more people have tuned in now. So I'll just reiterate. Spider-Man No Way Home. When that comes out, it will hit theaters in December, tentatively. We'll see if it moves. It'll hit theaters in December. It'll play for 75 days in theaters before it goes to PVOD, where you can purchase Spider-Man No Way Home on iTunes, on Amazon, Fandango, the usual places that you do. Then you'll be able to rent Spider-Man No Way Home on those same services. Then if you want to stream it for free, first, even with this deal, you'll have to watch Spider-Man No Way Home on Netflix first. That's its first pay window. So Spider-Man No Way Home will not go to Disney Plus even after PVOD. Only after it plays on Netflix, which is a long time. Think about how long Spider-Verse was on there. Only then, when it leaves Netflix, will Spider-Man No Way Home show up on Disney Plus. So that makes no sense. The only reason you would do this is to have these older Spider-Man movies on the streaming service to get ready for this. But yeah, it's crazy. But I do think that, Sony gets paid, they get the money, and then Disney can promote the movies. Concepcion 30 says, how long would it stay on Netflix? A long time. Like more than 3 months, I think. I'm not sure. I don't know the windows as well as I know the other stuff because this is new. And also before, we never cared. So we were like, oh yeah, it's going to be on Netflix for a while. That's nice. But now we're going to have to learn these windows. What is pay window 1? How long does pay window 1 last? It needs a better name. So how many pay windows are there? Does it go 1 and just 2? Or are there 3? Like, I think we need to know this. So it's pretty crazy. Ivan says it's about 4 to 6 months. So I don't know why they don't sell Columbia Pictures, Mika, but I don't think that Sony can. I think that the government would not allow Disney to purchase Fox and then also Columbia Pictures. I think that they would not allow that. So it's going to take. So hey, Clark Barrett. So how many months will it take Spider-Man No Way Home to get to Disney Plus after it's released in theaters? It'll take like a year. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. So yeah, it's for the older films. Luke, we're going to talk about the Spider-Verse directors in the final story. All right, so that is the first story of the day. So it's crazy. All right, story number 2. Boop. So this was trending all day today. I'm so surprised how many How I Met Your Mother fans there are. Now, did you guys tweet about How I Met Your Father becoming a spin-off show because you're excited about it or because you hate it? What do you think? I'm curious. Were you hate tweeting about this or were you happy tweeting about it? The Duff, that's right, Dancing Dog 60. Dax Symbiote, I have never seen a single episode of How I Met Your Mother either, but I know it's a popular show. Neil Patrick Harris was the show, says Erwin Metziger. Although I have to say, a lot of people came off this show and did very well. There's Neil Patrick Harris, of course, except the lead. The lead never went anywhere. Although, what's his name? He's not doing very well anymore. Josh Siegel, right? He's not really doing anything. Allison Hannigan was, of course, very famous off of Buffy. But Colby Smulders went on to be Maria Hill. She's also married to that guy from Saturday Night Live, Taron something, whose career never went anywhere. And then also Christina Milioti. She's doing pretty good, although she was really hot for a few minutes off of that Black Mirror episode. Jason Segel, thank you. And it never went anywhere. So it seems you guys are upset. Yeah, the ending of the show was so bad. People were so upset with the ending of How I Met Your Mother that CBS had tried to do How I Met Your Father as a spinoff with Greta Gerwig. If you're wondering why Greta Gerwig is trending today and you didn't click on it, this is why. Greta Gerwig was going to star, and they tried to do it 3 times. 3 times, but they just couldn't get it picked up. Now, interestingly, the people behind How I Met Your Mother do This Is Us, which is a huge hit on ABC, but also Love, Victor, and where did that end up? It ended up on Hulu. So sure enough, How I Met Your Father is going to be a Hulu show. And Hilary Duff will star, who wanted to be a Hulu star as well, because she wanted her Lizzie McGuire show to go there. She was like, I want Lizzie McGuire to do adult things, and I want people to watch those adult things. And Disney was like, whoa. So they never went forward with Lizzie McGuire, but Hilary Duff laughs last, and she's now the star of the show on Hulu. It's been picked up straight to series. It'll be 10 episodes in the first season. I think people might watch it. Greta Gerwig is an actress in LJ, and a lot of people don't know that. She started out in mumblecore, and she is actually an actress. But she's actually become more famous as a writer, director. Hey, Skylar watching movies. That's a very cute picture. So that's what's going to happen. Skylar watching movies. You look like somebody I know, which distracted me for a moment. So anyway, but yeah, so I think it'll be interesting to see if people watch this. They said that it's going to be a modern thing, where it's going to be talking about how this character, she's going to be telling their children how she met their father, but in the age of dating apps. So they're going to do a lot of jokes about that kind of stuff. So that could be pretty interesting. The original show, How I Met Your Mother, came out starting in 2005. And that did pretty well. So who would watch this? I see a lot of you watching for Hilary Duff. It'll be interesting if it's all just Hilary Duff fans and How I Met Your Mother fans are like, no thank you. Clark Barrett, did I like what show? Chico's like, I need a trailer. Oh, Hilary Duff's bringing in the fandom. Yeah, I think a lot more people would be. I think Hilary Duff is a better draw than Greta Gerwig. With all due respect to Greta Gerwig. I don't think the OG cast is in it, Daniel Montalvo. Maybe you could get some crossovers with some of the ones that aren't working. Like, who is it? Josh Rader? He's like, I'm there. Please call me and put me on the show. But yeah, I've never seen Younger Force 1234, which I know is a popular show for Hilary Duff. I've never watched these shows. Never watched Younger. Kal-El Jaeger also is wondering. But we'll see what happens. I think this could do really well. I got to tell you. I mean, anything that trends all day long was a good idea. They're like, yep, good idea. Hulu's like, excellent. All right, so that's story number 2. Now, story number 3. Boom, baby. They're doing a short already for Pixar Soul, and I both like and dislike this idea. So this short is ready to go. They announced it today. You're going to be able to watch it April 30th, before the one that played in front of Raya and the Last Dragon, which was quite good, I thought. Very touching, but very short. Now, this is a prequel called 22, Tina Fey's character, versus Earth. And that's her there. And she's recruited some other souls, 5 other little unborn souls, to help her rebel. And they said it's going to be funny to contrast her cynicism with their a blank slate optimism, and it's going to have unexpected results. And so I think that, here's the thing. I really loved Soul, but I think that particularly right now, to do a short spin-off based on the white character, I think that that's maybe not so great. Hey, Robbie Cuse. I feel Soul was great, Ralph Boner. Soul was such a good movie. I loved Soul. I thought it made me cry. I think it might be Pixar's best movie. I just thought it was incredible. So I'm like, how can you not have Joe Gardner as the lead of your spin-off short film? So I feel that's like a little bit uncool. Pixar's getting the disrespect left and right. You know, if Luca's going straight to Disney Plus for no paywall, they're like, just watch it, please. And you're like, I don't think you have to convince people to watch Pixar movies. But I mean, I'll watch it. I just feel Joe Gardner should have gotten a short first. Some of you didn't like Soul? What? Hey, Robbie Cuse, longtime viewer, first-time subscriber. That's awesome. It's never too late to join the party. Up. You know I hate Up, Charlie. But I mean, I'm not saying that Soul is the most fun movie that Pixar ever made, but when it comes to like the quality of it and the sophistication, I really do feel it's their best thing. I feel like everything built towards Soul, and it was just amazing. And I loved Joe, and I loved his students. I'm like, I think that's a much better choice for a spinoff. And I don't think Jamie Foxx is too busy. I mean, he's a little busy, but I mean, I feel he's available to do this for a short. So we'll see. It comes out April 30th. Now, just to tell you the story I didn't cover, because this kind of plays into this, one of the directors on this movie, Kemp Powers, actually I think he was just one of the writers. Yes, one of the writers on this, Kemp Powers, who also did who wrote the screenplay for One Night in Miami based on his play. Kemp Powers has been named one of the directors of Into the Spider-Verse 2, and they have a fantastic trio of directors. I'm a little surprised that the original directors aren't doing the sequel because it was so good. You're like, don't mess with this recipe for success. And they're like, we're messing with it. So Kemp Powers will be one of the directors. Another one will be Joaquim DeSantos, Legend of Korra fans, who directed the Legend of Korra, many of those episodes and did a fantastic job with the action. So he's a fabulous choice. And then the third director, hey, twice as bright, will be Justin K. Thompson, who was the production designer on the first film. And so that's important because the look was so a big part of the stylization. I actually watched The Mitchells versus the Machines the other night, which was also highly stylized. It'll be interesting. I both hated and liked Mitchells versus the Machines. It was a weird viewing experience. I was like, I think I hate this, but I can't stop watching it. So it's got that going for it. My review will come out soon for that. There's always a lot of directors on animation. There were 3 directors on the first one because they have so many sequences that they have to do. It's usually 2, but 3 is not unheard of. And there, again, were 3 directors on the first film. So I think it's a great lineup. I'm very excited for that movie. All right, so you heard it was a masterpiece, Josh. A masterpiece. A masterpiece. I don't know about that. We'll see. They feel pretty good about it. I got to see it as part of an awards screening. So we'll see. Are the reviews out already? I didn't know the embargo lifted. What? I could have reviewed it. Let me check. Google Music. You get to see what it's like to hang out with me basically on these live streams. This is what I'm actually like. All right. Oh my God, people did review it. Let's see. Wow, everybody liked it. I best get on this. Did not care for it. But I liked the tech humor quite a bit. I liked that stuff a lot. So let me write down in my notes to review this next week. I thought they would hold the review embargo until closer to the date. Hold on, let me write it down. I'll do it, I guess, on Tuesday. I don't know when I'm going to even frickin' do it. There's so much going on. I'll put it here. Maybe Monday. I could review it tomorrow. No, I can't. I have to go to sleep very early tomorrow, and I have to do all my Mortal Kombat stuff because they gave us the screener so late. All right. please give us screeners way in advance, because you can see it's very difficult to schedule, because, you know, my videos are editing heavy. Gabriel, I had an editor a while ago, but I had to double check the work so much that it was not worth it. All right. Now, it's Ask Me Anything for 10 minutes. So it's 5:26. You can ask me anything until 5:36, and then I'll do some shout-outs. It's so nice to have so many people joining today. You guys are wonderful. AJ Jones says, hey, Grace, what is your favorite part of the job? Honestly, interacting with you guys. I have such a good time. It makes me feel so nice when you see a news story and you think of me. I just really like the interaction. The interactiveness of internet content is just phenomenal. You guys are so great. All right, let's see here. Crown Wolf says, are you ready for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier finale? I sure am. I'm excited for that new suit. Everyone gets a new suit at the end of their show. Loki, are you going to get a new suit? Let's see here. Corinne Marie, when they reveal Halle Bailey as Ariel, I will 1,000% make a video about it. I'm very excited for her. Let's see here. Where is this? I just saw something interesting. Where did it go? Where'd it go? So many questions. I gotta find this. Where'd it go? Somebody asked me a question I wanted to answer about the Statue of Liberty and Spider-Man. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Mika says, Statue of Liberty leak thoughts. Yeah, the Spider-Man No Way Home has a ridiculous number of leaks. I actually know a lot more about the movie, but I'm trying not to ruin it. And don't worry, I won't ruin it today. But I can tell you, because I know this picture is leaked, that the Statue of Liberty in this movie is holding Captain America's shield. They've redone the statue. I think that's a tad silly. I mean, I guess I have to see it. I wouldn't like, I think that's a little bit too much of a change to change her torch to the shield, quite frankly, because she's a real thing. But let's see how it looks. It's very important to the movie. And that's all I'll say. The Statue of Liberty is. Like, if somebody told me they were doing that, I would have been like, that's a funny joke. And then they would be like, no, it's real. And I'd be like, what? Because they left the picture up and someone took a photo of it, a selfie with it. So that's on them. That's on them. Newswriter22, new member, says, do you have any expectations for Red Notice? I can't wait. I think it's going to be wonderful. I heard it was a very good movie. One of you who saw an advanced screening wrote me about it. You DM'd me, thank you, and you said it was really fun. So I'm hopeful for that. I mean, when you have Dwayne Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot, how could it not be fun? Tinker Blue, I did review Promising Young Woman. If you look back in my videos, you can just type in Beyond the Trailer Promising Young Woman. I did like a catch-all review for the Oscars, and I reviewed 5 movies in one video, and that was one of them. And my tea to you about different powers for Ms. Marvel was correct. Some people didn't believe me. I'm really curious to see if people go along with that, because there's more changes coming. The changes there were so weird that when my source told me, I was like, I don't know if that can't possibly be true. All right, let's see here. Porter, not your Nico. I'm of course excited for the Conjuring 3 trailer. It's going to be so much fun. JJ Studios says top 3 Star Wars movies. Ooh. Rogue One, for sure. I love the ending. Would they have the space battle? I love it. Empire Strikes Back for 2. And then they all kind of like blend together after that, in my opinion. I guess I would go Obi-Wan sequences in the prequels because I have so much fun watching the GIFs. Let's see here. I just gave you guys some tea. I have to be careful not to get people in trouble. I have to be very careful not to get people in trouble. Portis 2, Woman in the Window review. Maybe. Let's see how busy I am. Stella Jack says, is Ryan Johnson directing The Mandalorian? He said he'd like to, which was hilarious. I would be shocked if that ever happened. He said he talked to Dave Filoni, who, look, here's the thing. Dave Filoni can't be like, don't talk to me, Rian Johnson, because that would be rude. And then Rian Johnson would say that he said, don't talk to him. Hey, Martin Colin, I think that Dave Filoni probably politely listened to him and then was like, it'll just never happen. It's like, okay, yeah, sure, maybe. I'll get back to you on that, Ryan. Rian Johnson's going to get $100 million for Knives Out. He should just leave well enough alone. What's the Mortal Kombat scream? I know, like, the theme song, like, oh, Mortal Kombat. If you clip that and put it somewhere. Let's see here. Who just said that? Swamp thinks that I'd like to direct The Mandalorian too. That's pretty funny. Let's see here. I've never done karaoke, Michael Macenas. I know. What? I'm not a very good singer. So, let's see here. Clipping it now. You guys are funny. I can't even do the get over here, Stu, pew pew. That's Ed Boon's classic line. I just can't believe they redid it in the movie. I was like, you guys are nuts. Let's see here. Chad Parker says, I don't want to clip a video of you saying, God damn it. Yeah, people, I said the other day in the stream, people were like, oh, don't swear in a stream, Grace. And I was like, really? That's a swear? Let's see here. Gico says, favorite and least favorite Elsa outfit and hairstyle. That's a crazy question. I like her outfit. I guess I like her outfit when she does the swimming, in Frozen 2. I like her pony. I like her braid the best. With her long hair, she has a little bit of difficulty with her ends as I do. That means Elsa is also... Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Rodney, I listen to the Raya soundtrack all the time. It's so good. It's so funny. I love it. Let's see here. Gino says, favorite DC animated project. I'm sworn to secrecy on this, but I will tell you that DC animated movies, they have some really incredible ones coming up that are fully animated, and they've managed to keep them a secret, which I think is shocking considering the fact that other live action movies can't keep anything a secret. So pretty cool. So we'll be talking about them, I'm sure, at some point. I am reading the new Nightwing comic, Robbie. I think it's very good. I think Tom Taylor is a good comic book writer. Mika, either we'll get the Florence pew 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 end credit scene this week, or it'll be moved to Black Widow, as I told you. Not Long Halloween. I'm talking about a DC animated movie that nobody knows about. Nobody! Except me. And I'm sure some other people, but none of us are talking about it. And it's completely finished. Let's see here. I don't have any Snyderverse news, Portis 2, I'm afraid. If you want to help the Snyderverse, the best thing you can do is watch Army of the Dead. So he can go on to be a colossal success over there at Netflix, and then Warner Brothers will be like, damn it. That's what you do. When you break up with someone, you don't keep bothering them. You go and be fabulous somewhere else. Show them what they're missing. That's how it works. Let's see here. Yeah, where is that Margot Robbie Pirates movie? I haven't heard anything about it. I hope it never happens. Let's see here. Maybe they just were like, let's not discuss it. Jorge, of course I like the idea of Emilia Clarke as Ben Mendelsohn's daughter. I just made a video about it. Well, that was my theory. Rashad said, Grace, did you partake in 420 yesterday? Well, I got my vaccine, my second vaccine shot. Oh, it's 5:36. Thank you, Lisa. I don't partake in, in marijuana, but, it's becoming quite popular and legalized in many states. It's just not something I'm personally interested in. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do any drugs. I'm pretty straight arrow. Let's see here. I'm zany enough on my own. All right, it's 5:37. Let me do some shout outs. So the way this works, and I rarely swear, but when I do, I save it to make an impression. All right, so we're doing, that's right, I'm Sandra D, Chris Christopher. That's pretty funny. All right, so you guys can, let's do some shout outs. So the way this works is that I like to just interact with you. And so maybe you didn't have a question, but maybe you want to interact with me. Tell me what you're doing. Where are you? What are you eating? What are you doing this evening? Just something so I can interact with you. Matt says, coming at you from work in Michigan where it sucks. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. John, yeah, I got your name right. John, I pronounced it right. John Miguel Loria says, what are you having for dinner, Grace? Well, I'm going to watch Mortal Kombat tonight, so I wanted to have something really good. So I'm going to have some macaroni and cheese and Purdue chicken nuggets. It's going to be glorious. I eat a lot of children-like food, to be honest with you. It's good. Woo! Sharon, hey Sharon, is getting ready for bed in Limerick, Ireland. Always nice to hear from you, Sharon. Gino just finished up some chicken wings from Wingstop. Ooh. Oh, someone else is having macaroni and cheese. Who was that? Where did it go? I don't see it. No, where'd it go? I'm missing it. Let's see here. JP123 is in the UK getting ready to get some sleep. Chad is at the gym on the bike listening to me in Manhattan. Thank you. Let's see here. Just Josh says, drinking kombucha and just had a sandwich. Delicious. What's with this tenders stuff? Who's liking the tenders? Let's see. It's hard. Sometimes this thing jumps ahead and I can't see who said it. Rachel says Sunday nights are mac and cheese nights for her. Oh, I like that. I like that you have a weekly date with mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is pretty lovable. Yeah, Charlie, that person wrote sandwich, but I liked saying it. I won't lie. J. King liked my chili. Yes, I did get better at cooking. I made some delicious chili. That chili turned out way better than I thought it would. When I started to make that chili, it was like too chunky, and I was like, isn't this supposed to be a soup? But it cooked down to be chili. I couldn't believe it. It turned into chili before my eyes. Carlos Munoz is eating enchiladas. Verda Samuk is eating Galaxy chocolate and watching Sons of Anarchy. You're having a nice afternoon. Gino loves a fancy seafood mac and cheese. I can't eat that. It makes me, consistently makes me not feel well. Let's see here. Ralph Boner is watching The Boys in Glasgow. That's a great time. I love The Boys. Such a good show. Oh, happy Ramadan to JP123 and to anyone who is celebrating it. Yes. Dak Symbiote is sipping mead in Oxford, UK. Viking Time. Oh, that's fantastic. You paint a great picture. Bam is baking meat buns and cheese rolls in London. That sounds delicious. Yesterday, speaking of food, it wouldn't be a stream without talking about food. I found out that Gordon Ramsay has a fish and chips restaurant, which he opened up in Vegas a year or so ago, and he's opening one up in Orlando next. And I got to tell you, I think Gordon Ramsay might have finally found his calling card beyond television, because I saw the pictures of it and it looked really good. I do like fish and chips. Let's see here. Jorge is still working on his thesis in Toulouse. Isaiah is in the Bay Area in California making a quick lunch before finishing one of my final papers for this semester in college. Oh, good for you. Hey, the man, watching BTT on the TV in Wales. Love it. Adam G. just finished watching Promising Young Woman for the third time in Scotland. That is a great movie. Texas athlete says, Grace, I need more dating advice. That's crazy. That's crazy to give someone else dating advice. Only you know what you're willing to put up with. Let's see here. JP123, I have been to the UK. I love the UK. I was, in fact, going to go to the UK for Christmas last year. But then this stupid pandemic made it I couldn't go. I was all excited to have a British Christmas. It was going to be fantastic. I was going to go to Harrods. I was going to do all this British stuff. I was going to go to Christmas markets. It was going to be amazing. Lloyd says it's very windy in Virginia and you have a day off. Oh, that's excellent. Jason says, planning our return to Disneyland for Memorial Day weekend. I wish I could join you too. I'm glad you have your reservations. That's fantastic. Trevin Dukes is finishing my finals. Good luck with that. Daniel Gurley is eating quesadilla and playing some PlayStation in Newcastle, England. You guys are living your best lives. Nathan Carey's having a gin and tonic in Cork, Ireland. That sounds great. I've heard Ireland is beautiful. I have a friend who went to Ireland and said it was just so nice. So nice that my friend was like, you should go to Ireland. And I was like, I can only do like so many international vacations. Tito, hey Tito, is enjoying national holiday binging Invincible in Brazil. That's a great way to spend a day. Let's see here. It snowed in Kentucky, Holden. Awesome. Anthony is watching The Little Rascals from Arizona. You know what I like to watch when I have breakfast, when I have time? I like to watch I Love Lucy. I'm having such a good time watching it on Hulu. When I was growing up, I used to watch I Love Lucy in the mornings on the summer, so it's very cozy for me. Jay King, I have not been to Assault and Battery in New York City. It's my favorite, your favorite place for fish and chips? I shall Google it. Jay King loves my I Love Lucy love. Law and Order SVU, huh? I've never watched a single Law and Order show. They're very popular, though. Isaac's eating a carne asada burrito. Delicious. Rashad said, just woke up from my nap, and it wasn't a nightmare when I said I wasn't doing the watch-along for Mortal Kombat. I'm afraid you were awake. I'm so sorry. Rashad, I feel so guilty. And said, now I'm about to finish The Boys Season 1. That's such a good show. Luke Engel says, cuddling with my dog Harley and watching Tomb Raider. Oh, that's so fun. Bug loves Golden Girls. A lot of people love Golden Girls. Golden Girls is very fun. Always makes me want cheesecake, though. Let's see here. AJ is now researching chicken nuggets in San Antonio. Delicious. Delicious. All right, I better get to work so I can get that Shadow and Bone review up, and then I got to watch me some Mortal Kombat. The review will go up tomorrow evening when the embargo lifts. All right, everybody, have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. My next live stream will be Friday morning for the Falcon and Winter Soldier finale. Oh, my God. I can't wait. Cool stuff should happen. All right, I'll see you soon, guys. Fantastic as always. Bye. Bye, toodles. Toodles.